Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for July 22nd to the 28th. This is for Gemini and Gemini Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I use astrology, tarot, and my guide so we can go really deep so you can feel like you're getting a personal reading. Now, this week, Gemini, oh my goodness, we move officially into Leo season, but there's a lot of other things that are happening. You're going to enjoy Leo season. It's fun. It's wild. It's fun. It's silly, but it's also being your authentic self. But here's the thing. Before we even start, you know that on Sunday, July 21st, we had the full moon in Capricorn, okay? That was 29 degrees, critical degree. That was full stop. That's closing shop. That you may still be feeling it, okay? Because it was a very potent full moon. And remember, that was in your 8th house, all right? Full moon in Capricorn. It was one of the back-to-back full moons in Capricorn that we had. So what does that mean? You could be releasing things on a karmic level. You could be seeing things, a shift. The way that you're seeing things, there's this big transformation that you're going through because Capricorn rules your 8th house. That's death and rebirth. That's transformation. It's also intimacy. It's money. There could be matters there. There could have been some matters that came up around that time, but just remember, full moons culminate, but they also illuminate. So again, this week, we are still in the energy of that full moon in Capricorn. Just so you know, y'all are going through some really, really big transformations, and you're likely being very proactive because remember, Mars in your sign trining Pluto in Aquarius. There's definitely some action that you may be taking. All right. So really, really, really great. You're definitely going to be feeling a shift. Now we get to Monday, July 22nd. Sun moves into Leo. The sun rules Leo. The sun is in its domicile. This is a really big spotlight. Now remember, Venus is also in Leo, and so is Mercury. You see, Mercury will move into Virgo eventually, but just having Sun in Leo and Venus in Leo is pretty electric. It is fiery. Like I said in your monthly forecast, it's hearts of fire. Now, Leo does rule your 3rd house, so communication. This is your comfort zone. This is communication. It is writing. It's marketing. It's advertising. It's gaining new knowledge. There could be something really fun that you're experiencing. 3rd house is also siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. You could have some activity around that. And it is also short distance travel. All right. So a lot of y'all could be traveling. Y'all could be having a really fun time traveling, but it really is, there's that creative energy that comes with not only Sun in Leo, but your 3rd house. That's really big. You know, you're the native ruler of the 3rd house, Gemini. So being creative, being your authentic self, letting whatever flag fly. This is you being self-expressive. All right. That's what Leo energy is. It's also heightened ambition, heightened passion, getting attention. Remember, I talked about that spotlight. This is that big heart energy. You could feel very magnetic in the way that you're communicating, in the way that you're speaking, people listening to you, you being heard, you being seen. This is you doing your Miss America wave, this, and enjoying it. This is Leo season. All right. Now, here's the thing. Everyone else this is Leo season, that spotlight. Everyone else could be doing that Miss America wave too. It is a time when you think about Sun in Leo, where people are seeking admiration, adoration, even, praise and compliments. You're going to see that happening a lot. And have it, take it, give it, receive it. It is a great time. All right. Tell your, significant other you love their pants today. Tell your kids that, give them 5 stars for, the spaghetti meatballs they made for you, whatever it is, give your dog extra biscuits. This is that time. All right. Now, and again, Sun in Leo is going to be until mid-August. So you're going to have this, but again, you're going to feel that highlight in communication and really just being in your groove. Now, on Monday, you see, as we move into Leo season, there's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, and that is because the Sun in Leo is going to oppose Pluto in Aquarius. Remember, Leo and Aquarius are both fixed signs. Now, Leo in your 3rd house, Pluto and Aquarius in your 9th house. These are the 2 travel houses. Okay. In the zodiac wheel, I think I mentioned this in your monthly forecast. So there could be something here that you do feel a little squeeze in terms of travel. So just keep that in mind. There may be something. Listen, the sun is ego, and Pluto is, death and rebirth, transformation. It can be even a little destructive. So if you are on a trip, if you are planning trips, you may not see eye to eye with someone that you're planning the trip with. Remember, Mercury is also in shadow. Mercury is going retrograde next week. And so just keep that in mind. You always want to vibrate at a high frequency and always be the best version of yourself, and handle things with grace. There is likely going to be a little bit of just maybe egos at play with this opposition. All right. And there could be even something for y'all, something in terms of the way that you're seeing something. Your mind could be shifting about some perspective that you have. There could be this big shift, especially coming after that full moon in Capricorn. Also, with the fact that we just came out of Mercury opposite Pluto, Venus opposite Pluto. So the past week and a half or so, you could have been feeling this squeeze in something that you believe in, something that you see, your philosophy, and again, something that may have to do with travel, something that has to do with someone overseas. Even publishing and broadcasting are part of the ninth house. Remember that full moon in Capricorn was conjuncting Pluto as well. And on Monday, not only is Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years, but the moon is going to be in Aquarius. So you see this opposition to, the moon, Pluto here. So this opposition does have some weight, and then with it being Pluto, there could be a little bit of, secrets coming out as well. There could be something here with rebellious energy. Remember, Aquarius has that rebellious flair to it. So yes, definitely could be something a little like West Side Story-ish, where you feel some egos at play. But to be honest, there honestly could be people that it's almost like they're bears waiting to be poked. So you want to try to avoid poking the bear. You want to try to be avoid that situation. Remember, I think I also said in your monthly forecast that Sun in Leo can be dramatic too. It can be dramatic. So just keep that in mind. There is always, this is just a weekly reading. It is just one aspect. So Pluto was also doing shadow work. There could be you really going deep, really, really going deep. Again, paired with the full moon in Capricorn that just happened, that was in your 8th house. That's Pluto ruled. And so you see that overlap there. So there could be a lot of shadow work that you're doing at this time, really confronting parts of yourself as well that you're like, okay, this is something that I want to change. Remember that full moon in Capricorn, there's some change that's happening. Always to be in touch with your higher self. Aquarius energy, by the way, is also the innovator, the genius too. So really, really have those cerebral moments, thinking about your future and using this aspect. Remember, I said Pluto is empowerment. Using this aspect for your greater good, use it to your advantage to feel empowered. Okay, even thinking about your sense of power in situations. You could show some vulnerability. That could be something that, really, really helps you evolve with what's happening with these two back-to-back aspects. Now, Thursday, July 25th, wow, we have the sun sextiling Mars. You can see it's the asterisk, best day of the week. Sun sextiling Mars. Remember, Mars is in your sign now, Gemini. Mars is in your sign. This sun sextiling Mars is, it's like, in Hollywood, that slate, like action. That's what this aspect is. It is all about action. This is all about action. So remember, this is all about you. Mars is in your sign. Jupiter's in your sign. The fact that it's sextiling the sun in Leo, I mean, you're an air sign, sun in Leo, fire sign. This is a great blend. This is a great team. I really, really love this. This is a lot of confident energy. Use it, all right? Use it. You could feel very motivated around this time, really fierce, really bold. This is very bold energy, taking action, taking those steps forward in terms of what you want, okay? In terms of what you want, the role that you play, a lot of identity. There could be a lot of self-discovery around this time as well. Just being very courageous. Remember, again, Sun in Leo, Leo being the lion, having that roar. Remember, this is your third house of communication. You will be seen. You will be heard. Now, add the fact that the moon is actually going to be in Aries this day as well, for the next few days after, Thursday and Friday. That really amplifies this energy. It really adds, it's throwing more coals in the can. It really, really adds more fuel. So really, really nice energy. There's this entrepreneurial spirit too, if you are here for career and work, that's really, really, really special. Really, really, really special. So, and don't forget Mars. Well, the North Node is in Aries in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. Now, it's also your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, even social media. So there could be some movement here as well. If that resonates with you, if that's something that you want. Now, definitely just a lot of passion and being very, very self-assertive. And again, Leo is the native ruler of the 5th house. So it really could be having this heightened, charged up energy in love, in romance, in, sex. That's what Leo rules. So this is definitely going to be something that you're going to feel, this energy, this charged up energy. And the reason I say you, particularly Gemini, is because in 2 weeks from now, we'll have the Sun sextile Jupiter again in your sign. And so there's almost like there's something great waiting for you. Remember, Jupiter is good fortune, good luck, expansion, wisdom, belief. This is really, really beautiful. So there is a sense of just a lot of progress happening from this moment forward. Now, on the same day, you see that Mercury will move into Virgo. Mercury is your ruling planet. You share Mercury with Virgo. So Mercury, we say, is both exalted and in its domicile in Virgo. Now, Mercury will be retrograde pretty much all of August. And so get your ducks in a row now. Virgo actually rules your 4th house. So there could be a lot of activity with home, your domestic sector, a lot of communication, a lot of correspondence there. Remember the Sun in Leo, Venus in Leo, your 3rd house. You see that overlap there because the 3rd house is also, like I said, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, even neighbors at play here. Okay, so maybe even having like really great conversations with neighbors. But this is definitely going to be a time where it's that amplified Gemini energy is coming out, you being in your comfort zone. I love it. I love it. So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for July 22nd to the 28th. Again, this is for Gemini, Gemini rising, Gemini moon. If you want to read for any other placements in your chart, Gemini, you are absolutely welcome to. So Gemini, let's get to it. See what's going on for you for July 22nd to the 28th. I said that very dramatically. That's that Leo energy that I'm feeling. All right, so Gemini, like I did not say earlier, I do a traditional called to cross spread. It offers the best overview, in my opinion, especially for a weekly reading. And I love y'all. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will, Gemini. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. Yeah, there are some things that you're going to have to let go. There's some things you're going to have to let go. There's some things that may have not happened for you. And when I say Venus is going to be opposite Pluto, that may be something that really resonates for you. When I said Aries is even active this week, Moon in Aries. Anyway, we're going to talk a lot about that. Okay, so, but you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You got 2 queens here. You got the Queen of Cups, all right? So I love this energy for you moving into this week with that sense of just emotional intelligence, just being connected to your emotions. As you can see, her feet are in the water. Water's emotions here. This Queen of Cups does what her heart desires. Yes, so much love to give too. So much love to give. She leads with her heart. Leads with her heart. There is a lot of heart energy here, heart chakra energy. This is really beautiful. All right. This is double water, by the way. Queens are water, cups are water. So there could be this, you just being emotionally moved. All right. But also feeling that heightened intuition as well. She is the most intuitive queen. Now, Gemini, you've got the Nine of Swords in the heart of your spread. All right. So this card, interestingly, is attributed to Mars and Gemini. How interesting, because Mars is in Gemini. Now, you see that this is a card where swords stacked over this figure's head, and the figure with, face buried. So you've got to ask yourself this week, there may be something, the biggest energy coming up for me is there's likely someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with. There likely is someone that you may have a disagreement with. There may be someone that does have this emotional impact on you, but also at the same time, up here, all right? Up here, remember, these are swords. Swords are the mental suit, communication, logic, thinking, processing things. Now, the biggest energy is there could be someone that says something to you that you're just like, that affects you, all right? Or it could be you. It could be you. It works both ways here. It could be you saying something and possibly regretting it. You've got to ask, why do you have your hands over your face? Why do you have your hands over your face? All right. So it is a time where you could be, this is someone who is sitting up in bed, not sleeping well. All right. But with this card, there's usually someone else involved, someone behind the scenes. So I just want you to be aware of this the sun opposite Pluto aspect, because that is a squeeze. Remember Mercury and Venus as well. So you could be feeling that, and it could be with another person. You can even see right here in the frame, the two people fighting. I don't know if you can see that, right? So again, there may be someone else involved here. There may be someone else involved. Now, you do see the beautiful roses in the comforter, right? You do see those wonderful astrological symbols. So, everything in life is a choice, right? Everything's in a choice. You've got that power to choose. Do I sit in bed and dwell over this, or do I get out of bed and feel comfortable changing this for myself? Okay? That's what this card is, all right? Smell those roses. Smell those roses. Roses, that's passion. That's action. They're red here, all right? So really take the time. I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah, you're going to... listen, that's going to make you feel so empowered. That's going to make you feel really, really empowered. Now, I love the fact that you did get the strength card. This is having that inner courage. Having that inner courage. Also, resisting the things that you know you shouldn't be doing, like holding things in, okay? And so remember, this is a great time to communicate diplomatically in a way that you're agreeing with people. But again, remember what I said, there could be some people that are waiting for the bear to be poked. Like there could be bears wanting to be poked, or being in that situation where they're poking you. Just have that strength, okay? That inner courage. That's what's gonna make the difference here. All right, that heart energy, that really big heart energy. This card is attributed to Leo, like I said. So Leo, remember what I said, Sun in Leo, Venus in Leo. It's that heart energy. Really, really connect with that. That's gonna open everything up for you. Now, 4 at once in your challenge area. So when you look at all of what's happening here, yes, there could be something that you were expecting that just maybe went sideways. Again, you see the couple here. When I say someone else involved, yeah, there likely is going to be someone else involved that you may not see eye to eye with. Just remember, always be the best version of yourself in any situation. Always be the better person in a situation as well, all right? This, by the way, there could be something here that you were really hoping for that didn't work out. There could be something here where someone else was involved. It could be something career related too, by the way, looking at what's happening here for you. But for a lot of y'all may feel home activity as well. Your domestic sector, even especially with the 4 of Wands, has a really high connotation to like the domestic sector. You see these people getting married, and but it's milestones. It really is what it is. Wands are your passions, your ambitions as well, but work related as well. Now, remember what I said earlier about how someone else is involved here, okay? It doesn't mean that this is like a relationship. Yeah. Some of y'all could be in a situation where, it could be a situationship, by the way. But some of y'all may be in a situation where you really are not seeing eye to eye. in terms of some sort of commitment. Again, that can be work, love, romance as well. Now, remember what I said earlier with that Aries energy. Don't forget that the North Node is in Aries, like I said earlier, in your 11th house, your social network, groups you belong to as well. This card is attributed to Aries, by the way. So, again, it could be a friendship here. Just know that, have that strength, all right? Pull through and you're going to be absolutely fine. You got the Page of Pentacles in your crown. There's something that you're thinking about of moving toward anyway. There's something new that you want to birth in your reality. And I say that because pages are earthbound. So are pentacles. This is something rooting up for you now. All right. And so follow that bliss. In terms of growing something, look at this page. Look how compelled he is by this pentacle. This is sowing seeds. This is planting seeds in some rich soil here. And of course, finances, money could be significant matter for you at this time. There could be something career related here as well. All right. Don't forget Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Pisces in your 10th house. You're going through 10th house moments, career moments. And so Saturn and Neptune recently went retrograde. And Neptune at 29 degrees, I've talked about, this is a critical degree. This is a big thing. There's a promise. Neptune at 29 degrees, there's this 13, 14-year promise now where it's moving, it's ending that. And so there's you really, really, again, being your authentic self, knowing what you want moving forward. Now, when I say being your authentic self, like really going within, I mean, you got the Hermit, all right? So this is all about that, doing that soul searching, that introspection, really, really connecting, really connecting to your spiritual side, really having those moments. This is saying that you've made all these achievements. Now, you do want to know what's next. In order to know what's next in your life, you've got to go within. You've got to trust your intuition. And remember what I said about the Page of Pentacles being double earth, being very rooted. Well, you see his cane firmly planted in the ground as he looks into the future. Okay. So really, really have those moments. Again, some home family stuff here. The Hermit is Virgo, by the way. And so really process things, okay? But do it on this level where you are so deeply using your intuition and being guided by your intuition as you do so, all right? That's going to bring all this wisdom into your life. Now, you have the Queen of Wands in your future. So, wow. Talk about the power of attraction. You just got the Queen of Wands, your second queen. So this is really, really special. This is really nice. Queen of Wands, first of all, remember I talked about North Node in Aries, your 11th house. Not only your social network, but your hopes and wishes and dreams. Queen of Wands is Aries, okay? Remember I talked about that entrepreneurial spirit. There you go. The entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She's a businesswoman. Now, I also talked about being in touch with your shadow side, doing that shadow work. You see the black cat here? She's in touch with your shadow side. Remember, I talked about Sun and Leo, you being in your comfort zone. Third house, communication, thinking, processing, learning new things. Well, you see the sunflower in her hand, okay? As well as her thrones, all right? Even the lions. So, sunflower, well, the Sun and Leo. So anyway, and with the fact that you got the Leo card, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. This is someone who can attract whenever she wants. She is very compelling. People gravitate toward her. Like I said, that is the energy of Sun and Leo. You got Mars and Jupiter in your sign too. There is so much movement this week for you, and there's so much attraction, you attracting what you want. Remember what I said, Sun and Leo, having that attention, being heard, being seen, and getting what you want, okay? Getting what you want, rising above. There's this transformation happening here. There's this you're going through a very transformative week. Just don't overthink things. Don't overanalyze things. That could be something that really, again, these swords are heavy and they're stacked over his head. And so the whole point of this card is to pull the swords out one by one. So have that moment, have that inner strength, go within You're going to be absolutely fine. Now, let's get to your staff. Oh my goodness, this is really big. And there also could be, there's a lot of sexual energy, as I mentioned earlier. And so if that is something that, the Queen of Wands, by the way, has that sexual energy with her. And we're all adults here. We can talk about this. So that is in your future. That is that potential there. There is something, again, this is big energy in your hopes and wishes and dreams as well. So anyway, Gemini, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I'm Gemini rising. This is, for me as much as it is for you. All right. And my Jupiter's in Gemini. Also, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. All right. Geminis. You're going to be fine. There's definitely going to be something that, and again, there could just be someone else you're not seeing eye to eye with. Don't let them have this really big impact on you where you feel this lack of empowerment. Remember, this is all about your empowerment. Now, look at this. You got the pair. You got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, all right? So the difference between the King and the Queen, the Kings, their powers, their energies are more external, whereas the Queens are more internal, all right? So this is feeling it and showing it and display and that power, people seeing it, okay, in you, all right? This is Romeo and Michelle coming up at that high school reunion at the end of the movie doing that dance. They were seen. They did that dance. This is it, all right? Now, King of Wands, Leo. Very interesting, right? With the Sun in Leo, Venus in Leo in your third house, and you are the native ruler of the third house. I love that overlap there. So this is you being seen. This is you, this is epitome of fire, all right? King of Wands, Wands being fire. This is your transformation. He's a very transformative king. Remember, you're going through transformation. You even see the salamander at his feet representing your transformation. You see the Ouroboros, actually, the snake eating its tail, the salamander eating its tail in his throne. Unity of all things, changes, huge. This is really big. So it seems that a lot of people are going to see, and you may feel it. You may feel it. People are seeing you in this way where you are not only he's the fun king, by the way. And so you having that influence on a lot of people. He's very influential and also an entrepreneur. All right. I call him like the Steve Jobs of tarot. This is someone who made his way up there, all right? Made his way up there. He's, nobody works for him, or he doesn't work for anyone else. Sorry, that was reverse. He didn't work for anybody else. So this is really, really nice, okay? Really great energy, especially if you are here for a career and work matters. Now, you also have got the Knight, or anything in general. Remember, wands are just your passions, Knight of, and represent work as well. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, all right? Knight of Swords. Even better for y'all because Knight of Swords is Gemini, by the way. And so look at him. Remember, fiery week with this Leo energy. You got Mars and Jupiter in your sign as well. Now you got the Knight of Swords, Gemini, all right? You see the fire under his feet. This is what I was talking about, that confidence. This is confidence. This is him going into the storm. This is fearless energy. This is fearless, all right? Nothing's going to hold him back. This is swords up here, all right? Remember, the mental suit. So there is two things that are happening here. There is someone who could be a Gemini, by the way, or a Gemini rising or a Gemini moon, who really, really is part of your journey and moves you forward in the direction. Like, it's almost like, some like BFF energy. There could be someone there, or, like a coach or, a boss that's very, inspiring to you. There's someone that's really going to drive you forward, but it could be also just you moving out of this headspace and just blazing forward. Like, why am I? No. I'm not going to let anyone make me feel this way. If it's something that I did, I'm going to rectify it. I've got the strength to do it. I know that this is leading me into this beautiful future where I get what I want. Power of the mind. This is power of the mind, all right? Now, you also have the Six of Swords. you want it. All right. Six of Swords is transition, right? It is this transition into, look at my fingers on the turbulent waters. Look at the direction that they're going. There's no undulation. It is smooth sailing this moment forward. Remember, swords are the mental suit. So this is, again, you leaving this headspace. That's all you want. All right. You're safe. You're safe. Look, the swords in front of the boat. That's a lot of protection. You see the ferryman with a family? Comfort. Okay? So move in that direction. Move in that direction. Six, the middle pillar here. I mean, this is everything harmonizing for you. Everything harmonizing for you, especially up here. If you're over thinking things, over analyzing things, I get it. Geminis are in their heads. You're ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, thinking, logic. Anyway, so you get what I'm saying. This could be maybe even like a cerebral week for you, but you see how, whoosh, because you also got the Eight of Wands in your final outcome. This is absolutely big. All right. This is action. This is, remember I said Sun sextile, but this is Mars in your sign. This is action. This is everything moving in your direction. This is, look at the wands just in their happy place, zipping through the air. The only one of two cards in all of tarot where there's nothing but, like, there's no main figure. It's just eight wands zipping through the air. All right. Remember, wands are your passions, your ambitions, a lot of creative energy with the wands, but also work related if you are here for work. All right. Enterprise, career, everything aligning for you. Look at the wands completely aligned in your final outcome. So everything, again, something's going to land. Something's going to land for you. There's got to be something here. Something that you're really passionate about. You just see all this movement here in terms of, with the Queen of Wands, you got the pair here, by the way, with the King as well. The Queen of Wands, she gets whatever she wants. And this is just so much ambition with her, so much passion with her. But there's that power of attraction, and Eight of Wands. By the way, Eight of Wands is attributed to Sagittarius, which rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So there could be something here as well. All right. You could just feel a lot of movement in a place. Maybe you are starting your own business. Things are moving fast for you. Everyone's, thinking light years ahead at light speed into a place where things are happening. You're getting what you want, but you've got to get out of this headspace, and then you're going to be fine. Do some of that soul searching, do some of that introspection. You're moving. Look at the direction you're moving. You're going to be absolutely fine, Gemini. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on next week. We do August, y'all. That's big. Some of y'all may be signing contracts, actually. When you think about what's happening in August, I would wait until Mercury goes direct. Anyway, we'll talk about that in August. What am I doing, y'all? Okay, I'll break it down for you next week. All right. Thanks so much, Geminis. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.